Hi, this is Karen Elizabeth, and I don't know if you guys have seen what I had posted on Facebook today, but I've been reading a good book called Emmett Fox's The Sermon on the Mount, and he was explaining what the Lord's Prayer is, and it got me thinking about the part in it that says, "Forgive us our trespasses as we forgive those who trespass against us." Many of us don't understand what we're to be forgiven for or if we should forgive others. Really, what it comes down to is the idea of the word sin and what sin actually is. And in my recording, I did an audio of it, and it was, just about what Emmett Fox, how he describes what sin is. And I came to the conclusion is like many of us don't know that we don't know. We don't know that we are in sin. And I'll give you a couple of examples. For myself, and for many people, we go through a traumatic experience and then we isolate ourselves and we get separate from ourselves and we feel depressed or we feel suicidal or we feel like nobody understands. That kind of mindset happens to many. A loss of business, a loss of money, being violated, loss of whatever it is, the whatever life we've created that we are experiencing, um, that life that we have created, and I say that because we have power to create, and the life that we are creating is actually the manifestation of what it is that we believe life is to be. Sadly, many of us have good times and then we create something that brings us to that place. And I know for myself, going through divorce, I would go down in my basement and see the whole place like in disorder and just say, car going by, and just say, this place is a mess. Like, why can't he put away tools? And why is this such a mess? And I can't find anything. And I would just be over in my mind saying, oh, divorce would be easier. It would be so much better. I could just be done with it. Now, not realizing that that was what I was creating. And I actually said it out of my mouth, but in my head, I had been thinking about it before. But why? And what does that have to do with sin? When a person feels separate from all, when a person feels that they are an individual and not connected with the rest, they are by default sinning, but not understanding why. Well, if I feel I'm a victim, if I feel somebody hurt me, if I feel these things, I'm just I'm a victim of circumstance. They did it to me. They did this. Sinning is not so much the manifestation or the fact that this happened or my divorce, my husband left or whatever. That wasn't really the point. The point is what occurred in my heart, in my mind before then. Did I feel alone? Did I feel isolated? Did I feel rejected? Did I feel that there was nobody that understood? Well, that I felt was how I was creating all the rest. So I was sinning because I felt I was separate, that I wasn't connected with others, that others wouldn't understand, or that others didn't understand, or, that I am not connected. And so where does that all start? It starts not in the manifestation of, I got divorced. That's the manifestation. That's the end result of the thought process that went on before. And not even so much the thought process but the belief system. You see, the belief system is I am my body and my mind, and my spirit is just this whatever, I don't know, that kind of thing. Oh, I pray to God. Sure, I pray to God. But the truth is, and Emmett Fox talks about this, the truth is that the spirit of me, the individual spirit of you, is connected to the spirit of God. And we pray to affirm that connection. And we pray for forgiveness, because when we pray for forgiveness of our own weaknesses, we are able to forgive others, because we are all connected. And if I don't forgive others, then I'm actually saying I don't forgive myself, because I am connected with them, with whoever it is that it happened with. We cannot separate ourselves from God, but we are spirit, an individualized spirit of God. We are part of God. And I give this example. If we are an ocean, all of us, humankind as a whole, I would be a drop and you would be a drop. We are all part of this big ocean, but we would each be our part in it. But it doesn't mean that we are disconnected. I'm not disconnected from you. I am part of the ocean that you are. And so as God moves the waves and so forth, we are all moving. And so we're not separate. And this is the biggest sin. The people that go into fear, the people that are afraid because they feel separate. They feel different. And Emmett Fox says that this has got to do with selfishness. And so I could only think of, like, what is selfishness? Selfishness is really that belief that we are on our own, that we don't have help from others, that we are an individual, unassociated with others. And that is the lie, the big lie. And many people go to church. Why? You think, they go to church because they just want to be around other people, or they think it's an obligation. No, they go because it is an effort to affirm that they are connected to each other. And that is the truth. And when they go, and when we all go, or whatever, people go and gather, it's because they are joining together to affirm their connectedness, and they feel good doing it. So being around others and believing that they feel what we feel, they have had experiences that we have had, whether they talk about them or not is a different story. So sin, they say the simple definition, separation from God, just means that we have chosen by lack of knowledge, by lack of knowing the truth. The truth will set you free. Once you know the truth, you'll be like, oh my gosh, like, I'm not separate. I am not alone. I am together. I am in unity with God. I can't be separate from him. I am an individualized spirit of God who is all spirit. So we are all one. We as a humankind are all one. We are all the same. We are all together. And the sinner believes that they have to do it on their own. That, there are some people that are just like, I'm just doing it on my own. I can't depend on them, or they don't do it as well as me. That's all a manifestation of a belief system that started in their head and in their heart. The heart issue is, in the heart, you don't understand that your spirit is crying out for connection with the Spirit of God. And if you do not have that connection, then you are in sin, because you don't know. It's a sin of, I don't know what I don't know. So I'm telling you now. This is the truth. We are all connected. We are all one. I see my neighbor walking by. We're connected. He's connected to me. I'm connected to him. In the spirit, not physically. In the physical world, we are individual. We have our individual tasks. We have our individual purpose. But that purpose is also connected to each other. We are all connected to each other. So I hope that this sheds some light for you. Share it with others, and pray. The Lord's Prayer is an amazing prayer. If prayed diligently and with heart, with an understanding of it. And Emmett Fox's book, The Sermon on the Mount, is a great explanation of that prayer, as well as the Sermon on the Mount sermon. So I hope this has blessed you today. Go with peace and with love, knowing that I am compassionate for your plight, because I have been in the same situation, and I'm sure that things will come up where I'm saying, I feel alone there. I need to bring that bring that to the Lord and ask him to be with me in that particular place, in that particular, and then go back and remind myself that I am with God, always together with God, and I can never be separated from him, so that I no longer am in fear, knowing that I can ask and receive my needs being met with expectation. If we believe that and we expect that, that is what God requires. And he does what we ask because we have prayed. We are not separate. We are not alone. We are not individual. We cannot be. We will never be, as long as we're in this body and we are in having the spirit that we have. God says we are all one. This is Karen Elizabeth. Be blessed today. And if you're interested in learning more, you can go to my website at KarenElizabeth.com and learn more. CARYN Elizabeth.com. And you guys have a great day. Be blessed.